the Agkuza, or however you want to pronounce this. You can either buy it for 150 platinum, or you can buy the parts from the syndicates. And I am not kidding with this. I actually came in here because I need to buy the blueprint. Steel Meridian have the guard for 20,000 standing. Red Veil have the handle for 20,000 standing. And New LOKA have the blade for 20,000 standing, which means that's going to be a pain to get that standing back. And that is literally how you get the parts to build this if you don't want to actually... That is a much easier way to do it. I've also noticed on that some of the archwing weapons, I actually recently got rid of all my blueprints for those, are actually inside of the same thing. They all seem to be in there now. I need to set this off actually. Bloop. It's only 12 hours, so why not? With it being a puncture-based weapon, the only other archwing weapon that actually comes close is the Casas. And it seems to do around the same kind of damage numbers, to the point that, okay, it looks like it does more, but this does more slash and impact. But the Casas has better crit chance and better status than this thing does. Even though this thing does come with a D polarity, that didn't really ruin the weapon. It's the 5% crit chance and the 10% status that kind of let this thing down. There are a lot new mods, kind of like the dual stat mods kicking around. Haven't found any of them yet, so the build I have on this is just straight up crap. But with archwing melee, you always want to go for basically the same thing, which is cutting edge, extend, and furor. Furor's attack speed, extend is range, and cutting edge is the normal damage mod. And just throw them on there and you've got a pretty effective archwing melee weapon. It's like they're the first three you should put on anything. And with them on, it actually became pretty good. Putting the increased status chance mod on was a waste of time. I do still have it on mine because it's got a D polarity on, otherwise it wouldn't be on there. And it only took it to 16% status. Even putting the crit mods on only took this to 12.5% crit chance. But as usual, threw corrosive on there, and like most of the other archwing melee weapons, it was effective at doing what it does. And that is making you put your gun away and just swinging at everything, because honestly, when it came to archwing, I tend to use melee more than I actually use guns, because it's just easier to rush people and start swinging at them than it is to sit there and try and shoot them from a range. Plus, there isn't really... Well, there is archwing weapons that will shoot through shields, but not as efficiently as just flying up to them, hitting them once, and they're gone. Plus, the fact that the parts for this were inside of a syndicate made it easy to get. It's effective at what it does. It actually surprised me because some of the other archwing weapons were, at least they used to be, not now they're all in the syndicates, or some of them are, but they used to be such a pain to get. This one being easier to get actually made it kind of more fun to use, because there was no real massive farm in trying to get a hold of it, which is weird, but that's mainly what I kind of liked about this.